Shalom friends, and welcome back to the channel, part 2 of the Negev series. Here we are at the entrance of Ein Yorkeam once again. What we're going to do is a trail of 4 kilometers. This is an ideal family hike. Please remember to subscribe to the channel, drop a comment, let us know what you think. This is the channel where we use running to bring out the beauty of the land. Start the watch.
Yeah.
On your marks, get set, go. Whoa. Great start. Okay, we have drunk a lot of water at the beginning of this hike, and what we'll do now is we'll just take a few of these of maluach, saltbush. Get those minerals in. The meandering flash flood valley of Nachal Khatira. Don't forget to stop and look at the beauty, not just your feet. Okay, I can already tell you this is another world-class hike, striking beauty, and to have water in the desert, and especially if you know it's coming at the end of the run, it keeps you motivated. You just have to watch your step, because these are hard flint rocks, very sharp edges. You can truly do damage. Almost down in the valley. Now trust me, there's plenty of water beneath the surface. So there's a river that runs beneath, and this is heading in the direction of the Araba, and of course part of the famous Israel National Trail, Shvil Israel. Here's the land mark, here's the trail marker that tells you. Just stop the watch. And can you imagine the beauty hiking from Eilat all the way up to the Lebanese border at Kibbutz Dan, at Tel Dan, and you get to see these landscapes change so quickly, so dramatically. The road ahead, you can see it winds all the way up to an observation point that overlooks Nachal Khatira. Wow, that is some insane pace. It was tough keeping up with Viggy. You got the views, but it ain't easy. Wow. Love the land. Look here, somebody's put the Magen David, the Star of David, overlooking this view. I'm Israel Chai. How was that? That's awesome, eh? Are you ready for it? Wow. No further than that will we go. Oh folks, I don't know, my soul just comes alive in places like these. The reason we're doing this vlog is to bring you here a spectacular view, one of the gems in the land of Israel. We're going to talk Palmach. Before we do, have a look at the path below us. You can see there's an incredibly steep path, and round about 3/4 of the way up you can notice a ladder. Now in 1944 there was no ladder there. What's happening here?
Palmach were the elite striking force of the Haganah, the pre-state Jewish army, and they did all their training in desert endurance and hiking right over here where we are right now. Initially it was an underground army, so they had to be away from the British, and later on they wanted to train in brutal terrain so they get used to actual combat conditions. And they were basically the pre-state strike force of the Jewish people. And when we come here today, we're literally walking in their footsteps. We're walking in their same trails and hikes and terrain that Palmach trained in. And it really connects us, A, with the biblical land, and B, with the more modern history of the Jewish people, of the Jews once again returning to their land, fighting for their dignity, reviving their language, and of course making their land itself bloom.
Back in 1944, word out that this was impossible, that even the locals couldn't get across to Ein Yorkeam, correct?
Yes, but never say never to those Jewish fighting youth. They found a way, as crazy as it sounds, they found a way to get all the way from the bottom of the valley over here, from the Dead Sea Valley, all the way up to this amazing spring we're going to finish on. And when we get there, you'll see this is a real motivation to get there.
Yeah.
Just for that cool splash at the end.
Use this environment to kind of regenerate or redefine themselves as Jews in an ancient land. And this is in the midst of the Shoah, the Holocaust in 1944, before the birth of the State of Israel. It's places like these that just speak to your spirit. And I'm sure you've noticed, Tovi and I, as often as we can, we head out to the desert. This is a place that really just speaks to your soul.
And quite frankly, this is where the new Jew was formed. These people, like the famous poet Bialik, looked at the weak diaspora Jew, the pale, defenseless, weak diaspora Jew, and they wanted to create a new Hebrew, a new Jew, strong, tanned, endurance, who knew not just to respond but also to fight and stand up for Jewish honor and Jewish dignity. And the desert is the landscape that forged this new nation.
Am Yisrael Chai. So from here I just want to give you a good view. You can actually make out the ladder. So today as a hiker you can climb up the ladder, but that was that steep cliff that the Palmach had to traverse, which they successfully did. And also you can see the emblem of the Palmach Brigade carved out into the edge of the rock. I'll post a picture up above so you can get a view of what it looks like, or I'll try and zoom in. Stay tuned.
I think I found it.
Here is the full view that we are busy enjoying, so enjoy it with us. How's that for a 360? Find it? So you can see the vantage point that Tuvia's got there overlooks this dry waterfall, which the Bedouins called Negev al Yahud, which means the pass of the Jews. How's that? A waterfall named after this incredible feat of the Palmach soldiers. Okay guys, now it's time to head to water, carefully and slowly. The spring of Ein Yorkeam in the winter months is 5 meters deep, but at the end of the summer, or we're in the midst of the summer, there's just small pools that are remaining, but definitely enough to have a swim. So getting here was 2 kilometers, getting back to the spring is another 1.5 kilometers, so we'll see you there. What we'll do now for you is a time warp, so you'll get a feel of this entire trail that we've run out to here, and it's going to take you about 30 seconds of enjoyment, so be patient.
Unfortunately, it won't take us 30 seconds.
Exactly, we're looking at about 10 minutes, 30 seconds for you.
.22, what were we on before?
So that's just
1.5, you're right,
yeah,
exactly.
1.5 kilometers.
Oh,
I could not keep up with him. This heat is intense.
you make me keep my shirt on like a good boy.
It's okay. Here we are. Look at this, guys. Middle of the summer, plenty of water in the desert. Here, if you come in the winter months, 5 meters deep. But it's time to freshen up. You can see there's a family just about to leave. Litrot, חבר'ה.
Bye.
Yom tov.
Bye-bye.
איך היה?
Gan Eden.
Gan Eden Mikedem, the Garden of Eden from before. Here we are. Mazeh?
Paradise.
Paradise. Nachon, paradise in the promised land. Let's go in and have a swim. See you inside. Tobia, we have a birthday gift for you.
Don't wet my phone. Hey!
Hey!
As I saw, they just left.
Welcome to your own private birthday beach.
Holy macaroni. Best birthday present ever. Woo! Wow. Wait,
Wowee, look at the size of this pool.
it's cold as well.
Avigdor is training for the Ironman. The first Ironman in Israel coming up.
This is insane, people. You got to admit it was good timing.
Right,
Oh my gosh.
what we're going to do,
Peace.
we like challenges, so we're all going to go that side, and we're going to have a freestyle 30-meter sprint.
He's gonna win.
No, sure. Sounds like a
Let's do it.
Yeah, I'll film you guys.
You keen?
No, I'm not gonna.
Okay, you can film us.
I'll film you guys. Doing this.
Okay, get ready for the 15-meter Negev dash. We're going to be doing freestyle.
Give me a second.
I'll be doing butterfly.
The Olympics.
The Olympics, yeah, exactly.
You're doing butterfly.
No. Okay, hold it. It's busy recording. On your marks, get set, go.
And it's Sam coming up on the left. Yeah. Much better, Sam. Here you go.
How can you swim in the desert? It's amazing. I mean, where in the world can you have a freestyle race in stark desert in the middle of the summer? Okay, lads, look in the description. Ironman coming up. What date?
12th of November.
12th of November, the first official Ironman in the land of Israel.
fine.
I'll be documenting it,
fine.
not running it, not biking it, not swimming it. Wow, let's swim. Right, we're heading back to the car, but before we do, we're just taking you here to this incredible little talus. Check this out here. Okay, I wouldn't swim in this pool in the winter months, I would, but check this out. What happens here is every year as the flash flood comes down, it carves its way back. So basically what you see here is moving further and further away from us. Come back in a century, the pool will be another 10 centimeters further. So here we are, another gem of a spot here in Ein Yorkeam. And what we're going to do now is take you up ancient Nabataean steps that were carved into the bedrock. You know, the Nabataeans were really the specialists of the desert. They would be able to cross the Arabian Peninsula in their camel caravans, but have a look what they did here. They've carved out these steps that come down to the spring, because obviously this was a good caravan stop. Fill up your water, fill up their water jugs and their carriers, get their camels to have a good drink, and then they'd carry on their journey all the way to Gaza, to the coast of Gaza, or down to Egypt, to Alexandrion. So here we are, running the footsteps of history. Come to the edge here. Check it out. Whoa! This is the pool from above. That's where we were swimming. That's where we had the 100-meter Negev dash. Isn't that amazing? It's all about timing. We were there, nobody was there, and as we left, the group started coming in.
This is a couple of people.
Great. See you at the finish. Done. Okay folks, hope you enjoyed that little run around Ein Yorkeam. A really highly recommended hike. It includes water, it includes views, it includes history. Come and do it. 21 kilometers from the city of Yerucham, 20 minutes from Dimona, not far from the center of the country, and you can come out, park your car, put on your gear, and get out and enjoy the desert. And thank you for following along. Please remember to subscribe to the channel, drop a comment, let us know what you think. We promise to take you to more beautiful places in the promised land. Shabbat Shalom. Have a happy weekend. See you in the next one. Peace.